Hey, what's up guys? It's Ivan, and in this video I want to show you how to set up a survey here in Kartra, which is a really awesome way for you to be able to get insight and feedback from your customers to know exactly what they want, what they're interested in, and things like that. So let's get straight into it. So we're just going to click on surveys here on the left hand side, and we're going to click on add survey at the bottom. And you have different types of surveys. So you have the traditional survey where you ask them a question and they're just going to answer, right? And this is just going to be for your information. You have a scored quiz. So if you, for example, if you have a membership site, for example, and you want to test somebody's knowledge, if you want to have a quiz at the end of every section that's going to be rated, you would select this scored quiz option. And then you have the personality quiz, which is kind of like a scored quiz in that there is a score attached to it, as you can see here in the picture. So with every answer that somebody gives, you can give them a certain number of points plus or a certain number of points minus so that you'll be able to gauge where they are. So again, this one I would say is better more so for if you're doing a course or something like that, so you can assess where somebody stands, right? So in our case, I think for the most of us, we're going to be using just a standard traditional survey to try to get feedback from our customers, see what they like, what they don't like, and we're going to click on create. So we're going to give the survey a name. So let's say affiliate marketing survey. Let's say you want to ask them questions about affiliate marketing. We're gonna say no category, or we can manage my categories here, and you can choose what you want. So let's remove the standard one, and let's say we have an affiliate marketing category here for our survey. We'll click done, and now we'll select affiliate marketing. We'll click create. And now again, we're going to go from left to right in creating the survey. So let me first add my logo again. Click plus, click confirm, and then survey description. So let's suppose we want to ask people about their affiliate marketing experience. Let's suppose that's the point of this survey. So we can say, tell us about your affiliate marketing experience so that we can help you. Something like that. We'll click on save. We'll click save and next, and then this is where we'll actually build out the survey. So let's get into it. Same as with any other membership site or page. You can click on start tutorial. You're kind of forced to look at it. So you have the questions, you have the identification form, success page, how you want it to be. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So first of all, you have the layouts here. So you have the horizontal scroll where the content will go from left to right, which is the standard. And then you have the vertical scroll where people can just scroll down to see all the other questions. I like the horizontal scroll because people can then click a button to be able to go to the next page. It looks a little more smooth, I think. You can also adjust the color, so you will see where this color makes sense here in a second as we start adding questions. So the first option here on the left-hand side says intro cover. So if you enable this, this is just the kind of banner that shows up at the top, the very first thing people see before they start the survey. So like the first page of the survey, think of it like that, the introduction. So you can have only text, you can have text and image, you can have text and image, so image on the left as opposed to the top, and the text on the right. You have the text and video, text and background image, however you want to do it. I like this one, I think it looks pretty cool. And then you can click here, you can select your image. So let's say this one as an example. And over here, let's say affiliate marketing survey. We want to find out more about your affiliate marketing experience so that we can help you, for example. And then when people click the button, they'll be taken to the start of the survey, which is going to be this next part here. And before we get started with the questions, let me go over these two options here real quick. So if you choose this as off, then the survey will be completely anonymous. Users will not have to enter any details, and they'll feel a little safer, especially if you have more personal questions, things like that. But if you do select it, then people will need to enter some sort of details, right? Like a login form, an opt-in form. And so you can have, let's say, only text to keep it simple. And people, if you click edit here, you'll be able to choose what fields you want. So let's say you want the first name, you'll click save. Let's say you want the, let's say company, right? You'll click save. And then these are the details that are going to be here. So if you click on apply, before users submit the survey, they will need to fill in these details. So this is something if you want to get people as a lead, maybe people that submitted a survey, or you want to get more details, you can do so. So that's what this form is. And then over here, you can say, tell us your details so we can reach out. And then here we can say, we want to help everyone individually. So enter your details so we can send you an email and help, for example, right? And then that's what that's going to be like. So that's that identification page, right? Next, you have the success. So after somebody fills in this form, do you want to take them to a different page, maybe another Kartra page that you've created, or just a regular display message, which honestly I think looks pretty good. So you can have something that looks like well done, or you can have a text and image, or again, image on the left-hand side and then text, or a video. So I like this one, text and image. You'll click save. Then we have to add an image. Actually, I think that one's okay. So we can keep that. Congratulations. Thanks for filling in the survey. It'll help us make a big difference and help you, for example. And then here you can enable to have social media and you can choose what you want to add. So they just have Facebook and Twitter here, so that's fine. And then you have the redirect button. So if you want the call to action to say, hey, let's after you finish the survey, why don't you go in to our, for example, affiliate marketing guide page and sign up for a free guide, get started, right? So here we can say, learn more about affiliate marketing. Or we could say, get your free affiliate marketing guide, which is what I do offer on my site at ivanmena.com and on this landing page that we've created. So we can do that. And I'm a little perfectionist, so I'm just gonna title case all of these to make it look a little nicer. And there you go. That looks nice. So we'll click on apply. Unfortunately, you don't have too many customization options when it comes to surveys. So you can't make the button bigger, smaller, things like that. It's mainly just take it the way it is, right? But that's okay because it looks good. Social media, yeah, so we're going to keep it off. I wish they had more options for social media and there's no way to remove it, but it's just not going to show up here, right? So don't worry about that. So that looks good. So let's go ahead and just save our progress. And now we're actually going to get started with the questions, right? So we see the success page, we see the ID form before the success page, and the questions. So you have many different types. You can have only text, you can have text and image, or again, image on the left-hand side, text on the right. All of these look good. I actually like the text and image, so we're going to select this option here. Makes it a little more colorful, and then you can choose how you want to do it. So you have the single text option, the multi-text option. People can actually enter the answer. If it's a longer answer, long text answer, single image, multi-image, binary, or a rating score. So for example, rate your feelings, right? Rate how you feel about this on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the most, 1 being the least, and then you can do that. So in our case, I think we can do something like text single option. We can click save, and now we can go in and start customizing it. So question 1, let's say, how long ago did you start affiliate marketing, right? So maybe we want to use this image here, and we want to say, how long ago have you started affiliate marketing? So that's, for example, question 1. I don't think we really need a description for this, so we can just delete it, but we can come in here, and now we can edit all these text options. So we can say text 1, we can say, let's say greater than, or let's say just started, or let's say, let's say less than 3 months, right? I think that's less than 3 months. We can say greater than 3 months ago. And for this one, let's say 3 months ago as well. Greater than 3 months ago, let's say greater than 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. Or we could say more than 5 years ago, right? You can add more options if you like, as you can see right here. And you can make this a mandatory question if you like, so people have to answer it before they proceed. And you can also choose new versus existing questions. So if this is new, you'll be able to set the question here. If it's toggled off, then any custom field that you created before, like a custom questionnaire, if you remember when we were completing our form and we were creating our custom fields, you will be able to set that here, okay? So I'm not gonna change it because we've already filled all this in, but that's what this is. So if you click on this little question mark here, it even tells you that any custom forms that you've created before, you'll be able to add them here. And then you can add question to the lead's profile. So when somebody signs up as a lead, right, this will be added to their profile as details. So you could say custom identifier, you could say experience, and then you can say custom field question. So how many years have you been doing aff marketing? So that's, both of them are for your reference, and this experience is going to be the custom field. Okay, so you're going to see what all this looks like. I'm going to show you later on after we finish this. So we'll click on apply, and that looks pretty good. The only thing I don't like actually is the less than sign. I don't think it looks nice. So let's say less than 3 months ago. And then we're going to say these, we'll say more than 3 months ago. So I'm just going to go ahead and change those. There you go. I think that looks a little neater. So we'll click on apply here. Close out of this one. How long ago have you started affiliate marketing? Boom, right? And people can click next, or they can click skip, but they cannot skip because this was a mandatory question, right? We set this as mandatory, so people can't actually skip this question. You can also edit the button and the skip button here, so you can edit the text. But I think that looks good as is. So that looks good. Let's click on add question here. And again, we can do the same thing, text and image. And we could say again, single text opt-in, but any of these are viable options. Even these images I really like. So it totally depends on your niche, what you're doing, right? So this is question 2. And for this one, let's suppose we want to ask, have you seen any results, right? So let's go to royalty images and let's type in money. And let's have an image of like money, right? Success. So we can say, hey, if you've seen results, have you seen any money with affiliate marketing? All right, so nothing's coming up. So let's just go to pixabay.com, and this is a free royalty-free images. Let's type in money here, and be careful with these sponsored ones. But let's say, you know, something like that. That's okay. I'm just gonna come in here and download maybe this one, and that's there. So let's come in here. Let's look at it. Then we can drag this file here, money, and use that one, click next, and there you go. And then we can say, how much money have you made with affiliate marketing, for example? And then we're gonna close this one out. And then here we can say this, and we would also make this mandatory, and then we would say 0, right? We can say more than $1,000. We're going to copy that. Say more than $5,000. We're going to say more than $10,000, and then we're going to add another answer. Let's say more than $50,000, right? So we can gauge how experienced these users are. And again, we want to add them to here. We want to say money earned. That's our identifier. You can't have spaces, by the way. But you can have, I believe, underscores. So if we say money earned, it makes it a little easier to read. How much money they have made. Click on apply. It comes out of that, and that looks pretty good. It looks pretty neat. Again, same thing. We can click on add question. Let's do maybe one more, and then we're gonna check some things, right? We're gonna make some deviations. If you answered yes to this, then we're gonna take you to this page, for example. So let's actually maybe do 2 more. So have you made any money? Let's come here and let's add an image. Let's say for this question, we want to say, who has been your greatest, for example, influence, something like that, right? So let's see, influencer, see what we get here. Yeah. So let's stick this one. I think this one's more accurate to what we're looking for. Let's click done. And then we're going to drag this file here. Podcast, and we're going to select it. We can say, who has been your greatest influence so far? And we could find out what people think. So maybe we can give some options. So some popular online marketing figures, right, are Neil Patel, for example. We can say Russell Brunson. Right, Russell Brunson. It just sounded so weird when I said that, right? Who else? Mr. Cardone. Gary Vaynerchuk, I think that's how you spell it, right? And then for this one, we can leave it off. Yeah, let's keep it on. But then we don't want to add this to the lead's profile, right? But we do want to add, for our reference, greatest influence, but we don't want to add this question to the lead's profile. This isn't very important, right? I don't need to know who the greatest influence has been of my lead. That's not something I need to know, so I'm gonna keep that off. So I'm just gonna click on apply over here. But I do want the question to be mandatory. Let's do one more question, and then people can, I like it how they can go back, go forward, right? Let's do one more. Let's say the most important question, right, is that, for example, if you could learn one thing, what would it be? So if you could learn one thing in affiliate marketing, what would it be, right? So this is like the most important question in the survey, that how can we help, right? How can we help these people? And by the way, you can change the name of the question over here. The name of the, like what it's called, question 4. So you can say step 4, step 3, or you can name it your experiences, your wealth, your whatever you want, right? But this is where you'd name it. So we're going to come back here, and then how can I help you? So what would be a good image for help? Let's say help, or maybe teacher, maybe like that. So let's say teacher, and maybe this one. Maybe that one, just at least as an example. So I'm going to drag this here as well. We're going to select it. And then, so if you could learn one thing, what would it be? And then for this one, actually, you know what? Hold up. We don't want to make it as a question format, for example, right? We don't want to do that. So we're going to delete this question, actually. We're going to add a question, but we want a text and image. But we want it to be a, let's say, a short answer, right? So we want people to type in what it is they want. So let's select this image again. Let's say, if you could learn any one thing in affiliate marketing, what would it be? If you could learn, I don't know if that makes sense. Let me see. If you could learn any one thing. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So that's pretty much it. And then you can click here, you can click type. Again, you can enter it to the lead's profile. So that could make sense. Definitely mandatory question, but we do want to add it here. So interests, right? Interest in learning. That's our unique identifier. What people want to learn, so that we can provide that, right? We can maybe teach that. And there you go, okay? So that is it for our survey. Let me go ahead and click Save Progress, but there is one more caveat and thing we can do. If we click on Questions, Configure Branch, we can create branched paths. So what this means is, if you have a big questionnaire, you can say, hey, if somebody answers A or B to my question number 1, then I want to take them to question 3, right? That's what you would do. You can also display a progress bar. So the progress bar is, let me show you what that looks like. That's the one right here, okay? So this branch progression, you can say for question 1, if somebody answers this question, then I want to take them straight away to the ID form. That's it. You know, they shouldn't do anything else. If they answered more than 3 months ago, I want to take them to question 3, for example. So that's how this would work. That's how you would set this up. So if we think about it, let's see if any of these make sense. Like if somebody doesn't have any experience with affiliate marketing, they have less than 3 months, they probably haven't made much, they probably haven't been influenced by many people. So for example, for this one, we want to take them to the success page. You know, we don't want, like, we're done. We don't want to learn anything about them anymore. More than 3 months ago, that's okay. We can take them to these questions. But then let's suppose if they've made $0, we're done, right? We're going to take them to the success page 1, the name of that one. But if they have made some money, then we want to take them to the next questions, right? And then for any of these are fine. We can take them to question 4, right? Which is the default, really. So you don't, if you haven't selected branched, if it's linear, then you don't have to write anything out. So we'll click on apply. And then for this success, let's just change this name real quick. So it's not success 1. Let's name it thank you page or success page, right? So I think that is it for the survey. I don't think there's anything else for intro cover. I want to change that to, let's say, introduction. I don't think there's much else for me to show you here with this, so let's go ahead and save it and let's preview it and see what this is actually going to look like and what the leads are going to look like inside of your communications tab, right? So we're going to click save and preview, and we can go ahead and open preview. And by the way, we can add this also to our page as well, right? So people can click on start survey, and let's say they say less than 3 months ago, we'll click next, boom, right? That's it, we're done. So people are going to enter their email. So I thought that they could go straight away to the thank you page, like we don't need your details, but it does make you do that. But let's suppose they select more than 3 months ago. They're going to click here, they're going to click here, they're going to click here, and then Google ads, right? Or let's suppose Facebook ads or something, and then you can make a course on that. We're going to click next. Company, that's the field that we've set. I don't remember if we set it mandatory or not, so let's click finish and see if that works. Yeah, there you go. And then if they click here, they'll be taken to this guide. Okay, so a few steps, a few things. Let me show you what that's going to look like in your communications, and let me show you what that's going to look like in your page. So if we can integrate it. So let's go back to Kartra. Let's go to pages. And let me just show you this other cool thing. So let's suppose on this affiliate, well, yeah, let's suppose over here on our sales page. And so we're going to scroll down, and then over here we have our webinar, our consultations. So let's just go ahead and duplicate it again. And we're going to say, let's say, we'd love to hear what you think. Fill out the survey and we'll help you as much as we can, for example. And then you can change the line height over here, but I'm thinking instead we can just make it a little bit smaller, maybe like that. Okay, and then for this one, we can edit the button, and then click edit again. Oops. For text, we can say start the survey now. And then for the link here, we can click on link. We go to Kartra survey, right? And then we select our survey, so it's under the affiliate marketing category. What survey? Affiliate marketing survey. And then again, we can use the default survey page so people will be taken to. All right, so my apologies, I kind of jumped the gun. We didn't finish the actual survey configuration. So go back into my surveys, click on edit. I totally forgot about that part. So we just have to go again. We have to go from the left to right, right? So we did that. We did the contents, so the launch builder is done, but now we need to do all this. So we can choose to send a confirmation email or not. So when somebody submits and finishes the survey, we probably want to send them a message saying thank you. So we'll say thank you for completing the survey. We can leave this blank and we can say, hey, first name. And we can say thank you for completing the survey. We'll get back to you with any updates in regards to what you would like to learn. Talk soon, Yvonne, for example, right? And then we'll click save, and then here we want to assign tags. So we're going to click here. Like I said, I always like to assign the tags. So anybody that completes the surveys, we do want to do that. We're going to click on create new tag, and we're going to say survey fillers. I don't even know what to say. Survey completed. Let's just say that. We'll say people who completed the survey. We'll give it a category, marketing, and then we'll click on create. And so that's the survey. We can also subscribe them to a list. So we can create another list for survey completed. And then here, that's the public description. If you filled in the survey, click on create, click on add, click on save over here. And we don't want to add them to sequences. We don't want to add them to any automations. Like I said, I like to do that in the communications tab alone. We'll click save, and there you go. So now it's done. So you can either get a code that you would embed on your page, or it's going to be a Kartra page. So we're going to come in here. We're going to say survey, and now we can actually go back to our page builder and add this, right? So this is what our survey is going to look like. This one right here. So now if we go back to our page builder, now if we click here and we click on link, Link to a Kartra survey. Now if we click preview, now it should work. There you go, right? So let's click on, you can pop it like that, or you can make it on a different page. I'm thinking if it makes more sense to put it on a different page, but it's up to you. So let's click on apply, click on save progress, and we'll close out of that. Close out of that. So let's publish live, and then let me show you what that's going to look like. So now that that survey is done, so that's our home page. So let's come in here. We're going to scroll down, right? We have all these things set up. We have the help desk set up. If you haven't seen how to set every single thing that I'm showing you here, I have covered it in previous videos. So make sure to check those out. I will link them in the description. But for the survey here, we're going to click on Start Survey. And let's fill something in. Let me show you what it's going to look like here. So what do you want to learn? I want to learn Microsoft Ads here. We'll click Next. And then we'll click Finish Survey. And so that's that. And then if you go here, we'll be taken to this page, right? So people will now, so me, Ivan at ivanmeta.com, the email that I've used here, I should now get an email confirmation, right? The thank you email that we've set. So let me show you what that's going to look like. So for the user that fills in your form, they're going to get this page, right? This email, the one that we've set up, the thank you for completing the survey, whatnot, right? Unsubscribe, all that. And then for you as the owner of this account, so this is my account email, Ivan at ivanmeta.com. That's the email that I signed up with and registered with for Kartra. So to that email, I'm getting a notification that, hey, somebody filled in the form, right? So that's what that is. And so now if we go back into communications and we go into leads now, that was this one. As you can see here now, I'm part of 4 lists and 6 different tags, right? Because we've been signing up with this email to everything that we've been testing. So if you come over here now, let me show you the cool fields, right, that you'll see. So if you click on profile, you see the tags, you see the username, that's the default, you see the name, and then if you scroll down to the bottom here, you're gonna see these custom fields, and you will know about this person, right? So because you've selected that, hey, I want to add these specific questions to the information about the customer, that's why you see it here. Notice that you don't see any information about what person influenced you the most because we said no to that question, right? So you see everything over here, really cool, money earned, you know about the customer. Now, of course, you can change it. So if you talk to a customer 2 years later and they now made more than $10,000, that's what I wanted to show you. So it's really cool that you just get to see absolutely everything about the customer, what leads they're on, you know, what webinars, membership sites they're on, everything like that. Lots of cool stuff. So here they booked the consultation, things like that. And that is it for this video on how to create the survey. I hope this was helpful. If you haven't taken advantage of my Kartra exclusive offer, I do invite you to do so. If you head over to go.ivanmeta.com/Kartra, I give you a 30-day free trial and then a 20% off on your first payment after the trial. So if you just use this code, you will be eligible for the discount. And that is all. In the next few sections, I want to tie up and cover anything else that we haven't yet. So that's funnels and campaigns and agency, all these small things. But congratulations, we've pretty much covered everything there is to know about Kartra, right? Let me know in the comments below if I missed something, if you want to see a video on something, and I will see you in the next video.